guys, this is Malinki. Welcome back to my channel, Voice of Malinki. So here we are continuing our exclusive evolution series. If you are new in my channel, please subscribe my channel, and if you like my video, please do like, comment and share my video. Let's start today's lecture. So we are talking about theories of evolution of life. In our last two lectures, we have already talked about its first and second part, and today is the time for third. The link of first and second part is in the description box. Today we will talk about Oparin Haldane theory. Oparin and Haldane stated that life originated from non-living organic compounds in the oceans of primitive earth. Okay, so according to them, abiogenesis, that is spontaneous generation of life under present conditions, is not possible, but could have occurred in the primitive atmosphere of primitive earth, since the conditions of the earth was totally different at that time. Earth's initial atmosphere was of reducing type, that is rich in hydrogen and very low in oxygen. That was much different from present day oxidizing atmosphere that is rich in oxygen. High temperature, lightning and solar radiation provided energy required for chemical reactions. First living organisms arose from single organic and inorganic compounds. Single organic compounds like methane and inorganic compounds like CO2, hydrogen, ammonia, etc. Liederberg considered three stages in the origin of life, namely chemogeny, biogeny and cognogeny. So we will talk about them one by one. First is chemogeny. Okay, first let's see the demonstration here, then I will go to the text part. So this is the primitive ocean, and it was full of simple inorganic and organic molecules such as CO2, hydrogen, ammonia and methane. These were being bombarded by UV and other ionizing radiations. It resulted in the synthesis of simple organic molecules such as monosaccharides, fatty acids, amino acids, nucleotides, etc. The seawater containing these molecules was described by Haldane as the hot dilute soup. Let's see the text part then. Yeah. So this is the primitive oceans that was full of these compounds, and these were bombarded by UV, and then synthesis of simple organic molecules occurred like monosaccharides, fatty acids, amino acids, nucleotides, and Haldane described them as hot dilute soup. Okay. Let's see the demonstration again. Now 3 billion years back in the hot dilute soup, simple organic molecules underwent polymerization and formed complex molecules such as polysaccharides, proteins, fats and RNA. So polysaccharides came from monosaccharides, proteins came from amino acids, fats came from fatty acids, RNA came from nucleotides, like that. About 3 million years back, Oparin and Sidney Fox held that complex organic molecules synthesized in the ocean formed aggregates due to intermolecular interaction, which are known as quaservates and microspheres. So, intermolecular interaction occurred among these complex molecules, and that made the accumulation of these complex molecules, and ultimately microspheres and quaservates formed. These were cell-like structures, but they were not true cells. Let's see the text part. Yeah. So 3 billion years ago, Simple organic molecules polymerized and formed complex molecules like these. And according to Oparin and Sidney Fox, complex organic molecules aggregated due to intermolecular interaction, that is known as quasorvates and microspheres, and these were cell-like structures but not true cells. The word quasorvates was introduced by Oparin and the term microsphere was introduced by Sidney Fox. Quasorvates and microspheres were very tiny spherical structures. Quasorvates were formed by the aggregation of lipids and microspheres were formed by aggregation of proteins. Okay. Next is biogeny. Biogeny describes the formation of first cell. First cell was formed 2 billion years ago. Okay, so let's see the demonstration again. Then we will come to the text part. This is the primitive C. So in the primitive C, RNA molecules got incorporated in the membrane-bound quasorvates with some proteins. These are called protobionts. So protobionts are nothing but RNA molecules, some proteins and quasorvates. The first prokaryotic cell arose from the protobionts. First cells were chemoheterotrophs. They obtained energy by breaking down organic substances which were available in the sea. Let's see the text. Okay. So in the primitive C, RNA molecules got incorporated in the membrane-bound quasorvates and proteins. These are called protobionts. First prokaryotic cell arose from those protobionts. These are actually chemoheterotrophs. They obtained energy by breaking down organic substances which were available in sea. Done? Okay. Let's see the next part. These first cells, like these chemoheterotrophs, they multiplied rapidly with an enormous supply of dissolved nutrients. Once they were increased in number, they used all available substances from the sea. And what happened then? The nutrients began to disappear and gradually exhausted. This led to the evolution of several other modes of nutrition such as parasitism, saprophytism, predation and autotrophism. Let's see the text. Okay. So these chemoheterotrophs, they multiplied rapidly and they used all available substances from the sea. Hence, nutrients began to disappear and gradually exhausted, which led to the evolution of other modes of nutrition like parasitism, saprophytism, predation, autotrophism, etc. Okay. Next, what happened? Some cells used less complex nutrients and synthesized more complex nutrients. These are called chemoautotrophs. Evolution of chlorophyll molecule enabled some cells to utilize light energy and synthesize glucose. Those were termed photoautotrophs. The first photoautotrophs were anaerobic, since oxygen was unavailable at that time. They neither used water nor released oxygen. They cleaved H2S into hydrogen and sulfur. Hydrogen was used in the synthesis of glucose and sulfur was released as a waste product. The first aerobic photoautotrophs used water as hydrogen source. They released free oxygen in the atmosphere that changed the atmosphere from reducing to oxidizing. Free oxygen in the atmosphere finally led to the evolution of aerobic mode of respiration that resulted in glucose breakdown and more energy. Let's see the text. Yeah. So some cells used less complex nutrients and synthesized more complex nutrients. Those were called chemoautotrophs. Then chlorophyll came. So the evolution of chlorophyll occurred. Some cells utilized light energy. These cells actually had chlorophylls and they utilized light energy and synthesized glucose. These cells were called photoautotrophs. The first photoautotrophs were anaerobic since there were no oxygen at that time, and they cleaved H2S into hydrogen and sulfur. Hydrogen was used in glucose synthesis and sulfur was released as waste product. The first aerobic photoautotroph used water. They released free oxygen in the atmosphere that changed the atmosphere from reducing to oxidizing. It led to the evolution of aerobic mode of respiration, that means glucose breakdown and release of more and more energy. Okay. Let's talk about cognogeny. This theory describes how eukaryotes formed from prokaryotes. This is also called endosymbiotic theory. According to this theory, certain anaerobic predator host cells engulfed aerobic bacteria and didn't digest them. The aerobic bacteria established themselves inside the host cell as mitochondria. Such predator host cells became the first eukaryotic animal cells. Let's see the text. So, anaerobic predator host cells engulfed aerobic bacteria but didn't digest them. Aerobic bacteria established themselves inside the host cell as mitochondria, and predator host cells became first eukaryotic animal cells. Now, some predators engulfed both aerobic and photosynthetic bacteria. The aerobic bacteria established themselves as mitochondria and photosynthetic bacteria established themselves as chloroplasts. Such predator host cells became the first eukaryotic plant cells. Let's see the text. Some predators engulfed both aerobic and photosynthetic bacteria. Aerobic bacteria established themselves as mitochondria and photosynthetic bacteria established themselves as chloroplast. And the predator host cells were the first eukaryotic plant cells. So this is all about today's lecture. We will continue the series. If you don't want to miss the series, please stay in touch. Thank you for watching my video.